Dear students, now I will discuss with you another question relating to this complete aspect of change in profit sharing ratio, where you have to prepare the revaluation account, partners capital account and the balance sheet as I shared with you in the previous video. Question number 41. P, Q and R are in partnership sharing profit and losses in the ratio 5:3. On 31st March 2019, their balance sheet was as follows. This balance sheet is given. It was decided that with effect from 1st April 2019, the profit sharing ratio will be 4:3:2. So old ratio is 5:4:3, new ratio is 4:3:2. For this purpose, the following revaluations were made. Furniture be taken at 80% of its value, stock to be appreciated by 20%, plant and machinery be valued at rupees 4 lakh, create provision for doubtful debts for rupees 10,000 on debtors, outstanding expenses to be increased by rupees 3,000. Partners agreed that altered values are not to be recorded in the books of account, and they also do not want to distribute the general reserve. You are required to post a single entry to give effect to the above. Also prepare the revised balance sheet. Now, depending upon the situation and the condition given in the question, we have to follow the solution. Once again, understand this. Partners agreed that altered values are not to be recorded in the books, and they also do not want to distribute the general reserve. So automatically, neither they want to show the result of revaluation profit or loss to the old partners in the old ratio, nor they also want to distribute the general reserve. For this purpose, what we have to do, we have to first of all find out the gaining and sacrificing ratio, and then we have go for the result of the revaluation account and the general reserve to be credited or debited depending upon the revaluation result. Now, first we will go for the revaluation here. Very simply understand revaluation item one by one. Furniture be taken at 80% of its value. It means that there is 20% depreciation on furniture because furniture value revalue is 80%. Here furniture value is given 60,000. We will calculate 20% of this because it is of 80%. Now 20% is the depreciation. So 12,000 will be the amount of depreciation in the furniture account. That will be shown in the debit side of the revaluation account. Then stock be appreciated by 20%. Stock is 3 lakh. 20% of 3 lakh, that is 60,000. It is to be credited in the revaluation account. See here very clearly, stock is credited with rupees 36,000 as amount of increase in the value of the stock. Here it is given, that is 20% increase in the value of the stock. The amount I think here given, that is wrong with reference to the revalue stock. Here it is 36,000 given, but otherwise it is to be 60,000, or the percentage may be given something wrong. Then furniture is to be taken at 80%, as I also told you that 12,000 is the loss on the furniture. So furniture value should also be reduced here. Here it is given 22,000. Again, this is the wrong figure which is given here. We will check later on. Plant and machinery be valued at rupees 4 lakh. Here it is given 4 lakh 20,000. So there is loss of 20,000 that will be debited in the revaluation account. Then create provision for doubtful debts for 10,000 on debtors. Again, there is a loss of 10,000 that will be debited to the revaluation account. Outstanding expenses be increased by 3,000. Outstanding expenses are our liabilities. They've been further increased by rupee 3,000. So there is another loss of rupee 3,000. It will be debited in the revaluation account. So this way, first of all, we have to find out the revaluation result, and whatever the result is there, we have to go accordingly the entry for that. So first of all, here we have did the revaluation. Here the profit is shown 21,000, but I request you that you will prepare separately because the figures are given in the revaluation account is wrong. What you have to do, I once again explain. Furniture to be given in the debit side with the amount of 12,000, 20% depreciation on furniture. Stock be appreciated by 20% in the credit side, that is 60,000. Plant and machinery be valued at 4 lakh, that is here given 4 lakh 20,000. So 20,000 is the amount which is loss, that is to be debited. Provision for doubtful debts is again to be shown in the debit side, that is rupees 10,000. Outstanding expenses, again increase, it is also a loss, that to be shown in the debit side. So this way what we have to do, 12,000 here will be debited, then here 20,000 again will be debited here, 10,000 again on debtors to be debited here, and 3,000 also be debited here. So this way when we calculate, we will find some different results of the revaluation, but basically there will be loss on revaluation. Now coming to the second aspect, general reserve of 75,000 is given. They also do not want to distribute them. For that purpose, what we have to do, we have to find out first of all gaining and sacrificing ratio. See here, their old ratio is given 543, new ratio is given 432. If you check it out, Q has the same position as per the old ratio and as per the new ratio. Q has the same position. In case of the Q, earlier he is having 4 by 12, now he is having 3 by 9. Earlier he was having 1/3, now he is having 1/3, so he does not have any change. Neither Q is sacrificing nor he is gaining. Coming for P, P is having a gain of 1 by 36, and here R is having a sacrifice of 1 by 36. What we will do? We will take the net effect of the revaluation as well as to the general reserve. Amount of general reserve is given 75,000. So that amount we will take 1 by 36, or not only this, that is 2,500 we had taken for this, being revaluation adjustment of assets and liabilities, and for reserve on change on the profit sharing ratio. So whatever the result comes for the revaluation account, that is the loss, please understand. Then general reserve is in credit, we will take a net effect of that, and that net effect will be adjusted and an entry will be recorded here. That entry will be the partner who is sacrificing will be given the credit, the partner who is gaining will be given the debit. Here we had find out P is gaining, he should be given the debit. R is sacrificing, R is given the credit. So here we will have the journal entry, P's capital account debit to R's capital account debit with rupees 2,500. Now come across to the revised balance sheet. Now this revised balance sheet will be prepared, keep in mind, without changing the value of assets and liabilities, because, read this word, partners agreed that altered values are not to be recorded in the books of accounts. So all the assets and liabilities, they will be recorded in the revised balance sheet as it is, except the amount of capital. This balance sheet will be shown in the same way as the revised balance sheet, with one very simple exception, that is very easy, very simply understand, that we have to make the changes in the capital accounts depending upon this entry. This entry says P's capital account will be debited with 2,500 and R's capital account will be credited with 2,500. Now what will happen? Q's capital balance remain as it is 3 lakh. Now 2,500 will be debited to P's capital account. P's capital balance was rupees 4 lakh. 4 lakh minus 2,500, it amounts to 3,97,500. R's capital was 2 lakh. He has given a credit of 2,500. So his capital will increase from 2 lakh with 2,02,500. Nothing will be changed except this. The revised balance sheet will agree with the same total of 10,30,000 on both the sides, and you will see that all the assets and all the liabilities are shown in the same way of the same amount, except the effect of this adjustment entry only in the capitals. That also the partner who is sacrificing will be given a credit, that is of 2,500. R is sacrificing, his capital increased to 2,02,500, and P is gaining, his capital reduced by 2,500. that amounts to 3,97,500. So this way we will prepare the revised balance sheet, revaluation account, and also the capital accounts of the partners. So please understand that we have to see a very important limitation, very important condition, that how the altered values are to be recorded in the books of account. Whether they want to distribute, if they want to distribute, old partners in the old ratio. If they do not want to distribute, very simple, we have to calculate and find out gaining and sacrificing ratio, and accordingly an adjustment entry will be recorded, and the effect of adjustment entry will be taken while preparing the revised balance sheet. All the assets and liabilities will remain as it is with the same value if they do not want to record the revised or altered values in the books. So this way we had learned a very important lesson of partnership first aspect, that is change in the profit sharing ratio. In our next class we will start to the next very important lesson, that is associated with the admission of a new partner. I request you and tell you the numerical problems which you have to practice, because all the numerical problems, they are not of your level. So only the important questions which I will mark you, that you have to practice. And in case you have any type of the doubt, please clear all your doubts in your live class. I will be available over there, and again request you that practice all these questions and get a thorough understanding of all the aspects relating to partnership, specifically of this lesson, because this is the fundamental and the basic numerical aspect learning of the partnership. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Take care of you and of all your near and dears.